Welcome, 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 everybody. Welcome. This is Collide, where we talk about all the things about DC and Marvel, where we give you guys our collective criticism of shows and shows and movies that I'm passionate about. I like and so forth. You know, again, this is a very awesome way of appreciation of how I feel about set shows and movies and therefore, you know. Uh Again, I have my co-host here. His name is Pat. He held he
Yo, 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 yo. I'm here with
you're in the Matrix, bro. You're in the Matrix. Repeat that again.
said, yo, yo. I hope y'all can hear me. I'm just picking up some food right now. Feel me? But I'm gonna be in tune with y'all later on in this.
Copy that. Copy that. There you go. He's here as well, giving some self-criticism of these shows and how he feels about Marvel and DC overall versus what he watches, because he watches a lot of sorts of different genres. He watches a lot of anime, he watches a lot of shooter shows, he also watches a lot of thriller. And he has a way of using his point of view of set genre of shows that he watched that he feel as though that gave him the umph to watch again or to watch another season or to watch another episode. So as you can see, if you're on YouTube, Instagram, this is my first Instagram showing. I sometimes go from different social medias, but strictly stick to YouTube and Clubhouse. So you can be able to have an understanding of what I do and how I do things, this and so forth. So today we have these three main topics that I wanted to get across and have you guys in the comment down below, or if you're in Clubhouse, if you want to come on the stage, by all means come on the stage so you can be able uh have a conversation with me, have an understanding of, how you feel about certain things. So, um, the first thing we will be talking about today is Aquaman. Aquaman was a very good movie, a very good movie from head to toe. Uh, Before I give you my overall comment, Pat, did you watch Aquaman? Pat, you with me?
Yeah, I'm here.
How did you feel about Aquaman?
Uh, Me personally, I didn't really like the new Aquaman. I think the first one was a little bit better than the second one because I just feel like the story of the second one was just kind of similar to like kind of Marvel does in a way. I don't know if I really got that, but yeah, it was just kind of similar to like Marvel. And it's just like I feel like what they're really missing is like a lot of like action. Like Marvel really does good with their action movies and like the fighting scenes, and I feel like that's just really what DC's missing in these movies. You know what I'm saying? Like I just think it's like more action, more like audience attracted to it in a way.
That that you got right. Definitely. I understand how you feel about that. 'Cause- Because they have their their way of doing things, and the thing I felt was this. Aquaman uh came out with this whole notion, the whole storytelling, which which by all means, Pat, they made their mark. They made their money back. They made their money back, so a few people liked it. You feel me? Because in the article, as you can see on the link on top, it says Screen Rant. On Screen Rant, it did the budget was to make this was 205. They already made 395 plus more. So the way that they made their storytelling stuck, they made profit out of it. And from my perspective was that it was a storytelling that was told already, but differently. Uh like Pat, tell me if I'm right without spoiling the movie. Tell me if I'm on the money. Um the movie was based on was based on one from Marvel's side. It was where a son a son had grew up out of stepsister and a stepbrother. The stepbrother was bad. The stepsister was way worse. Was way worse. That's from Marvel's side. And then on top of that, the son, in order for things to for him to cleanse himself from all this negative aspect of what he had to do and overcome, he had to relinquish it. He in order to beat his sister, he had to relinquish the mantle. That's from Marvel's side. From Aquaman's side, it's pretty much the same thing, but the only difference was the same thing as Marvel. He got his brother back. He got his brother back, and he got his brother back because of the love that the brother had for his mom. Am I going right with that, Pat? Without spoiling what movie we're we're pretty much putting together as a storytelling.
I think you're hitting the money mark.
All right, because like even though they made their money, they made their money and then some by copying the storytelling so slightly, so slightly because oh he had a baby, but mind you, the other one in order for him to find love again, he had to have a daughter that's probably 11ish, right? So that's the only difference between Marvel storytelling of a character and Aquaman, because I get that whole storytelling based on family, but the difference was that he had to fight against his enemy. He had to fight against his enemy. The other one had to fight against his sister. You feel me? So with Aquaman, it was okay. It had a little funny cracked up jokes to have, and it was fascinating to see plant plants in a different way. Uh fish. I don't know how you call them, mammals, right? Am I saying that right, Pat? Mammals in a different way. So it was sight to see that from the way Aquaman did it. It was like you would see different types of plants, different type of fish. You're gonna see a seahorse. You're gonna see different turtles, different sharks. You're gonna see a king shark. It gave that aqua man finesse to it. Overall, Uh, I it was a 7 out of 5 for me. It was a 7 out of 5 for me because they copied from a different storytelling. It didn't give that Aquaman show that I thought that they would bring at at the last of Aquaman. They would have they would have gave something entirely different. Even though, even though the thing was Aquaman had to fight his uncle. That's the only there you go again. The Lost Kingdom. He had to fight his uncle because his uncle was that bad. You know what I mean? So you just gotta understand from that space storytelling, it's it was good and then it wasn't that much good because it's the same storytelling. If you watch Aquaman, if you didn't, I suggest you watch it because I'm not gonna sugarcoat anything. You feel me? It was a good story. It was a good story. It was fun. It was exciting. It was something that I would never possibly thought from a film perspective. So I'm basing my thoughts and my criticism on everything, and again I based on creativity, on videography, and how you land your story. For me, the story was no good, but the videography was very creative in the way they portrayed it. Any last thoughts, Pat, on Aquaman?
I just think overall the movie was mid. I give it like a 6.5,
Damn, I gave it
6.5.
too much. I
Yeah, I gave it like a 6.5. I don't think it was. I think it was really mid.
What about the video aspect of it, the creativity of it? Like, really, you give it a 6, and I gave it a 7 because of not based on the storytelling, but based on creativity.
Creativity, I could give it a 7,
Mm,
but like overall, like I give it a 6.5 though.
okay, okay, that I get that. Even though they made their money,
Yeah, they made their money, but I still give it a 6.5. I mean, they didn't get no money off of me because I watched it for free. But
word. I dig that. Again, this is from Screen Rant that is posing that, and they, as you can see here, uh, there were what the last people that had the same amount of money that made 400. They would be what, as you can see from Screen Rant. If anybody on the YouTube that I'm showing you here, Man of Steel was one. Batman versus Superman, Dawn of Justice was 2. Suicide Squad was 3. Wonder Woman was 4. Justice League, Justice League was 7. No, my bad, guys. Oh, give me 1 second. As of today, you see, they already made 429 as of today. Uh, I just missed the thing. But my point was to Aquaman 2. They wanted the top 10 money makers because Aquaman 2 made their money back. That was the point that I was trying to make with Aquaman 2. With Aquaman 2 The Lost Kingdom because they as of today they made 412 and they double up already. You feel me? So that's just my take of it. It was very awesome to see how the creativity was about it, the way they wanted to portray it. You know. Uh, next up, the next conversation, the next thing I wanted to talk about is what if. What if was very very good. As you can see, I'm as you can see from Disney TV, you can't uh know how many viewerships they are, but you can understand from everybody's point of view, from their reviews and stuff like that. Uh, I even just to be able to know what I'm talking about with What If, I watched the first season of What If, so I can be able to understand it overall. And I felt like with What If, it gave you an understanding of certain things didn't have to be the way Marvel wanted to do it in the movie scene. So with creating this what if narr- narrative aspect, it gives you another uh touchy feeling for set characters, right, Pat? Or or am I?
Okay, see. Now, I'm not too big of a fan of the what if. So my question for you is, how would you summarize what if for a person who didn't watch it?
For a person that didn't watch What If, I would tell them to watch it with understanding that there's gonna be characters that we all love from Marvel. They're gonna give you a different aspect, a different narrative of a story that could have been.
So is what if showing a different storyline for the
Yes,
Avenger characters?
yes, yes, that is correct. It's showing you what like like with Doctor Strange. What if he didn't lose his hand? What if he lost something else and made him way worse?
Okay.
Or what if Thor's sister didn't become what she became? She instead of Thor being banished to a being banished, Thor's sister got banished. But instead of her going to America, she met Shang-Chi. Got just little tidbits here and there of what if. You know, I'm not gonna tell you the whole story of set characters that they choose to make what if. Just when you start watching the movie What If, you're gonna be like with the same answer with Jonathan Major. What if he didn't do all those things? What could have happened if he made a better decision, a better outcome? That's what if portrays. You know, that's what if portrays with all the characters that we love. That's what if is about. You know, in in different audiences, they in different audiences like the same question you're asking. Back in February 1st, this one person said by Jakey B, nothing as good as this first season, but still a few standout and unique stories that were entertaining. They really could be more interesting though. There's another person that Sojo says it's good for the most part. The first episode I really enjoyed, but lost interest in a little bit once they started connecting the episodes. That's where they felt like they shouldn't people shouldn't feel like it should be connected. But overallly, Marvel is a connected universe. It's always and forever be a connected storytelling base. If you didn't know that from Iron Man, Iron Man 3, then what you smoking on? What you thinking? Like, come on. So you telling me the whole entire time when they're saying the 10 rings, the 10 rings in Iron Man, you didn't peep. You ain't peep that from the Shang-Chi. Like you come on. I understand you don't want to do homework and shit like that, but the proof is in the pudding. It's there. It's not only there, it gives you another sense of understanding of how the world works in some sense. You can't work without a working government. If a government exp- completely diminish the world that we live, that we so called is protected by certain streets or certain area codes, that we okay. You know what I'm saying? If there was no cops in certain areas or whatever, places get messed up, get fucked up. It's the same thing of Marvel and DC. But with Marvel, with Marvel, they have their stuff very interconnected. With DC, they don't make it interconnected because they make it seem like you're in a different universe, you're in a different world. This storytelling is based on Earth 91112, where Marvel sticks on Earth 6666677, whatever the case may be, until you start understanding of other universes and other universes and how minute things are to give you a sense of understanding. Like I could take it back with Iron Man, Iron Fist. Like there's so many interconnected loops that brings up what if, because without what if, you won't understand certain things and certain attributes. Like Pat, like for example, we both like Raising Kanan, right?
Uh-huh.
What if certain scenarios and plot twists didn't happen the way it happened? What if the mom m- took a better outcome, did a better approach of things? Would we feel that it was deserving enough for that story to finish the way it finished? Was it deserving enough?
Uh,
Or should it had been where she thought of something else to make things flow?
uh, I mean, with Raising Canaan, there's a lot of things where it's like if they don't take that route, then it's just like the story can't really continue in a way. Like it's kind of like over for the show if they don't make the certain moves that they make to get themselves. Because if you guys watch Raising Canaan, in every season well in Power specifically, in every season there's one big problem at the end of every season, whether it's feds getting too close or somebody's ratting on somebody or this, that, and the third.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So then it's like they need to fight these trials and tribulations and conquer them. But if they don't, it's kind of like show is over because it's usually one of the main target characters who happens to be in something. So like with this is Raising Canaan. If if people knew off rip, DefCon wasn't Kanan's father and Howard was the father and Howard was connected to Rock and Kanan, then it would have been easy to draw two and two together, connect the dots, and get that family arrested. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
But they take the steps and they make sure they move accurately to make sure that doesn't happen. But then again, it's just like if they didn't, then it would have been story over, season over, show over, family arrested. You know what I'm saying?
That's what I talking about with What If, because What If gives you a different outcome to different scenarios that we saw from the movies or set shows. Because what like for example, what if the Tesla didn't go didn't go to Agents of Shield. It went to somewhere else. You know, those are different plot twists and scenarios that what if gives you. And then you're looking at it from the watcher's perspective. You get me? So the watcher, you're getting all these different aspects where the watcher is explaining to you what what can happen in a different universe that he himself can't really tell you what's happening, but he's there watching. So with what if from Rotten Tomatoes, you're getting 89%. From the audience score, you're getting 67% based on people are hating that is from Marvel's side that is too interconnected. And it has to be connected somewhere, shape, or form because it's Marvel Studios. Marvel, it's not freaking uh Luke Films. It's Marvel Studios. So what you want Marvel to do? They give you a what if show to give you a scenario that Loki or Thor or Wakanda, things happen in Wakanda. What if Black Panther became somebody else instead of him being the king of Wakanda? So those story and plot twists is about what if. And when you start watching What If, it gives you a sense of knowing and knowing how to also control yourself and also control on the outcomes that comes abroad. That's what If showed me. So I suggest you guys watch What If because it gives you a understanding of what if things wasn't this. What if I should have drank coffee. I should have drank coffee earlier instead of me drinking water. Instead of me drinking coffee now, just to stay up. It's different takes for different strokes. Like you just got to understand the what if scenario. What if I didn't go outside and my car now broke because I went outside. What if I just stayed my ass home? That's just that's just how it is. You feel me? So that's what if brings out, and what if brings out those different type of scenarios that you yourself think about. It may the storytelling may not be based on real life and ideology, but it kind of does. It kind of does in some sense because when you're looking at these different animated shows from What If, then you start going back from watching Iron Man and looking at Happy Hogan and seeing different different takes on shit. You know, that's what you get from What If. So I suggest you watch it. Hey, if you guys on Clubhouse, Instagram, this is my first Instagram where we talk about Marvel and DC. We talk about set things and we talk about it collectively. If you want to come on the stage, you can definitely come on the stage and and let's have a conversation. Let's talk about it. You feel me? Let's do let's dust it out. This is what we do.
What you doing? Frying.
So my last take is, as you can see,
Some roosters.
is Daredevil and Echo. The reason why I'm bringing up the reason why I'm bringing up two is because Daredevil and Echo was in a series together recently. Echo, Echo was very awesome. I don't know what people are thinking. I don't know how they feel that it wasn't awesome. I get that it was a lot of sign language, a lot of you have to like literally understand what's going on in that set film. But for me, I liked it how it was more homebound, home based. It was it was an understanding from both parties of how things are. Like, you know what I'm saying, how it was from the rip. Like Echo was down to money. It was uh, I would say like with Echo, it portrayed the way it's supposed to portray. Even though it didn't portray exactly through the comics, through the comics where Pat Echo uh, Echo origin is that she's supposed to echo other people's ability. With this one, I don't want to spoil it with anybody, but you would get a sense of understanding, a sense of understanding of why she did what she did and why everything came out the way it came out. Because I'll give you one thing that from Echo's side it was about. It was mostly about abandonment. And when when she understand that it wasn't all up cracked up to be, it was for a particular reason, she got back to the understanding and came back home. Not only came back home, she came back with force and vengeance. With Kingpin, Kingpin wanted her to be the queen of his establishment. And with her, she understands a little bit of things that portrayed in the Hawk series. If you didn't watch the Hawk series from previously, I suggest you watch it because this is a continuation of it. And I believe that they need to do a Echo too because I it was awesome. It was very awesome. It was very awesome to see that a one-time actress that just started and she's doing sign language. She's doing all these action adventures and trying to stay on key. Like for her to stay on key, bro, Pat, for her to stay on key, the producer had to zap her just to be like, yo, not a zap to hurt you, like a little zing, because she does sign language. She's very deaf. She's actually really deaf, bro. So in order for her to get her cues from Kingpin, they had to zap her in a way, bro, for real. Not to kill her, but a little zing so she could be like, "Yo, okay, I'm on cue. Let's go." You feel me? So that was the take from Echo. Have you watched it recently? How you think so far you watched it? Because I watched it to the end, so I don't want to say something
All right.
that you didn't see yet.
See, I just kind of started Echo, so I'm not too deep on the information of that.
Okay.
But I was just watching it this morning. Though, I'm not gonna lie, but I I do like the first. I like the way the production is going. And the sign language, I do find that very amazing. Like the way they talk to her through sign language, I find that very tough. So that's all I can really say. Besides just the fighting scene where she fought Daredevil, I think that had to be one of the best scenes ever.
Mm, it was. It was.
Only because like one is blind and one is deaf.
Yeah. That
So like
that
so seeing those two fight was just like a good fight. A perfect matchup.
word. Word. That's how I felt when I first saw that. And then the action scene was very, very overwhelming. The
Hmm.
the action scene was very overwhelming, and also the music. Oh, yo, if you don't know what music sound like, bro, yo, that shit was just deep. Like if you let me see if I can find the music, cause that shit was very deep. I liked it how it was, how everything was about. It gave it a sense of unity. When you continue watching it, you're gonna feel like the you're gonna feel like that connectivity that's always been missing from from it. And that's how you gonna view your point about this show. We will talk about it again in the later years, because it's very awesome to see from that perspective of Echo, because the way they did it, the way they moved the body was very, very w- whelming, overwhelming. I mean, this song right here, I'm about to point it out to y'all, cause like this the goat of the goat. This song right here, and my girl liked the song too, like, cause like that song was very deep. There you go. Hope I don't get copy strike for this. Hope I don't
Selected.
get copy strike for this. Hope I don't
Selected.
get copy strike for this. Hope I don't
Selected.
get copy strike for this. Hope I don't
Selected.
get copy strike for this. Hold on for a second, guys. Just want to make sure. All right. Why is do that, guys? Just want to make sure. There you go. Let's rewind this back. This is a song that you gonna hear. This is a song you gonna hear when you play Echo. That's just a little snippet of that song. That song right there gives you what Echo is all about from watching this particular video. But if you just hear the song, oh my God, you're like, whoa, that shit dope. I mean, that shit dope. Besides of always listening to hip hop, R&B, house music, coming from that genre of selected music that I listen to, this attracted me. This attracted me from the choreography standpoint of it and how it brought me to watch from each and episode because I just wanted to listen to the song over and again and understanding who Echo is really about. Yeah, I watched her from Hawkeye being angry and fighting against Hawkeye and fighting against Black Widow's sister, and then you start seeing her reasonings behind it. You feel me? With Echo, is like she don't care. She's gonna she's Kingpin. You know, she as you Pat, as you see the level that she can become like Kingpin and why Kingpin wants her, you start seeing what those traits is gonna be. That's why I said I believe and should be in Echo too, because even though people in their roughly mind is completely giving this genre of storytelling of a 6 out of 10, bro. I don't know why, but that's just how they feel about that. It's a 3 out of 3. But if I find other YouTube, other sources, they're gonna tell me it's top 40. It's in the top 40, 40 for it to be liked about. You feel me, Pat? So so
I feel you. I'm listening.
so as I'm looking and understanding from other people's tastes of most popular TV shows, Echo is top 40, bro. I'm dead serious. Top 40. So you should give it a standing ovation for that because no other movies or no other TV shows is in there. Like for real, Sheldon is top 30. Young Sheldon is top 30. The Office is 31. It's like really like Supernatural. It still holds the rank of top 40. Of course, you know, of course, Supernatural because it was a very uh forgiving and understanding of how paranormal activity is with Supernatural. Of course, you're gonna get that. But with Echo, bro, gave it a top 40 of most popular shows. So that's why I suggested hardly in to my audience to watch this Echo show because the song is amazing, the choreography was amazing with Daredevil, even with Kingpin, and how she does this with sign language and how things became how the directors the storytelling was put together from an actor that didn't act at all. That was the great part for me when I heard that the story about her that it wasn't no actor that oh she she's not blind, oh she's not she's sign language, she's not really sign language, she had to learn that a couple of months just to get the sign language accurate. Nah, she's on point. And I give Marvel for doing that. Don't give me a fake person that is not really sign language based. Like she had to do a lot of creative ways just to stay on cue with non speaking sign language people. So as you can see from the show, you start seeing that people are speaking to her, but at the same token, they're doing the sign language. And that's that I don't know for other people about the criticism of Echo. I don't know if because based on you might we might go back again so I can get your understanding of from your perspective as a millennial of why they criticized it the way they criticized it. You feel me, Pat? Because we can't from my perspective, I watched it fully and I can understand how the storytelling was done and accurately and creatively. But we will go back to it because Daredevil is coming back. Daredevil is coming back, and that's why I'm bringing this up. And you can see on on my YouTube page where I have both of Daredevil and Echo because it's gonna be a new era. There's a lot of things going on with Daredevil. Daredevil is already in the works, already in production. My guy, you heard of that, right?
I have heard of that.
You didn't hear about Daredevil? It's in the works. Is getting worked on. Is getting fixed and everything. They
Yeah, I
are
heard that.
yeah. So there's already images and stuff already about Daredevil Born Again. Like it's no joke. So that's the reason why I'm bringing uh this because they have already set photos. There's already uh different sources that has that. As you can see, or if you on YouTube, you will definitely see that. If you're on Instagram, you'll definitely also see that as well. I'm for the people that's on Clubhouse. Here's uh the set photos and what's going on with uh with Charlie Cox, with Deborah, with with his partner and how things are being developed in this movie. And this movie is already you already seen things already that's being portrayed. You know, uh again, I know people don't want to hear about what's going on in Daredevil until a solid concrete thing. This is just all politics. This is just all sources that I just look and just find and feel like they're very fascinating to me to see how Born Again is gonna be. How because before they wanted to not let Daredevil put his costume on for like 4 episodes. They're already talking about bro. If you look at um this link this link right here, bro, they gonna talk about oh this nigga needs to lose weight. Like I'm gonna post it. I'm gonna post it right here, bro, so you can see. And I'm gonna put it back. Click on the click. Matter of fact, click on the link and scroll down a little bit, Pat. You're gonna see what I'm talking about. Where there's a Twitter feed. There's a Twitter feed that says justjared.com. You're gonna see that people are gonna be like, "Yo, he needs to lose weight. He got too many man boobs." Really, really. That's what y'all care about instead of caring about the creativity of aspect that Marvel brung back Daredevil and brung back Luke Cage, brung back Jessica Jones, brung back all these set different shows that we all enjoyed and loved. And you just want to criticize of the uniform? Really? You see that, Pat? No. Sorry. Pat, you here?
Yeah, I'm here.
You clicked on the link? You're gonna see
Nah,
it.
just open the link.
You're gonna see you're gonna see it.
Yeah, I see it. Yeah, grandma. Huh? I thought t'es pas venu chercher manger. Ah. Yeah, I thought she was gonna come get him. Okay. Mal manger. G, your call.
As you can see, this is the stuff that this is stuff that I wanted to see. This is stuff that I wanted to talk about before the Super Bowl comes in and finish the day. Because I would love to watch Super Bowl and see what's going on, what uh ads is gonna be going on. As you can see, I'm always hip to understanding and knowing what's coming. Deadpool, Deadpool 3 is coming. There's gonna be a trailer at the Super Bowl. I guarantee it. Everybody's on it. Everybody's saying what time it is. Even direct, even comic. They're telling you during the Super Bowl, watch it, watch the critics, watch the funny stuff, because it's coming. It's coming. Deadpool 3 trailer is coming. We will talk about it in the next episode in Collide. If you're on YouTube, comment down below, subscribe, and let's get a dialogue. Let's talk about it. Let's criticize on everything that has to come about Marvel and DC. As you can know, once again, I talked about Aquaman. Aquaman did his thing, made his money. Aquaman, no point of doubt it. They made their money. They did what it was supposed to do about Aquaman Lost Kingdom. For me, for Pat, we based it on 7 out of 10 because the storytelling was the same for us. With What if you didn't watch it, I suggest you watch it. It's a very, 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 very awesome TV series that I loved and enjoyed from point A to point B. And they're gonna make a season 3. I guarantee it because there's other Marvel characters that they didn't adapt to yet and didn't enjoy yet. So again, we at Echo. Watch Echo. Echo was very, very awesome to see. It was great. If you didn't watch Echo, if you didn't watch how Echo was was going, it's top 20. It's top 20, bro. It's top 20. I don't care what anybody says. They want to make it a 3.3. So, but from other sources, it's a 6. 6, I don't know why. I liked it from everywhere, from what it was. For me, I give it an 8 because I loved Echo and the way she just didn't give a fuck. She is either she's gonna kill you or not. She gonna, boom, that's it. You're done. You feel me? I liked it how that came about. So, as you can see, we talked about everything that I needed to talk about today. We will come back again. We will reconvene again in February. At the end of February, we will reconvene again. We will talk about other topics that I have in mind to talk about because number one is gonna be Deadpool. We're gonna view the trailer together. So again, it was fun. It was great doing this episode today. This episode was great. We got down to what we need, topics that we need to talk about, that we need to address. Until next time, Collide out.